Alrighty. Episode 17 now. We're getting up there. This one is pretty cool for me because this is the first stranger. I think I say this at the start, but this is the first stranger I basically picked up off the street. It's just in Bali last week, and a bunch of my mates and we just sat down in a cafe at night, and we kind of stole the table from this guy who was leaving, like finishing up his meal. So, you be polite, you start talking to him, asking him about himself. And this was Benno. This is the guy. He's a pretty interesting bloke. He had a classic storyline, which I love, and probably most of the guests have had, of kind of being in a rut, so to speak. He was just living a normal life, normal job, has a house, car, all the stuff in Netherlands. And then at 28, he just went all in, sold everything to pursue his dream of photography. So now we're sitting with him 40 years later, and he's showing us photos, beautiful photos of street, like locals on the street, all sorts of stuff. He makes a living photographing hotels all around the world and real estate things at home. So really cool guy. I was like, this is my opportunity to get it on. Just so you know, yarning here, but my long-term vision with the podcast is definitely to travel around and then meet characters like that and get them on the pod and get them to tell their story. It's why I'm doing this, right? Anyway, he left me a business card. I texted him that night, see if he was keen. He was. Awesome. The first part of this is kind of describing and discussing the art of photography, which I'm definitely not an expert in. So it's nice to kind of be educated in that sense. I'm not a complete ignoramus either, but that's kind of where we began, and then that story of following your dreams, going all in. Now, I had in my research between meeting him and doing the podcast, found an IMDb page, like a movies database page, and he had done some cameraman work for what I could only decipher as a gay porn company. And I made sure to tread somewhat carefully. I didn't know if that would be a sensitive subject, but he was very open. I imagine most of the clips I make on this episode will be about this, because I know I found it pretty entertaining. Just a world that I never think about. And just getting behind the scenes scoops in that is, I don't know, it was wild. Anyway, I'm rambling, but without further ado, this is A Passion Inquiry, episode 17 with Benno Thoma. Alrighty. Is this going to be too claustrophobic for us both in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So here we are. Here we are.
Here we are.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Benno. Thank you for joining me for an interview. I was just saying to you, this is the first time I've ever kind of, quote unquote, picked a stranger off the street for an interview.
Yeah.
What do you think is in store for you? What made you say, yeah, let's give this a go?
I don't know. I met you guys in the restaurant, and you were directly friendly, and I think, yeah, why not? Why not? Well, let's do it. Normally, I don't like this kind of things, and that's the same like with as a photographer. I'm a photographer, and for me, it's better to stay behind the camera than in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Many times they ask, "Oh, you don't want to be in front?" I say, no. Let's me behind the camera, so that's better.
Yeah, cool.
And that's the same with the interview. Normally, I don't like this kind of things, but why not?
Well,
I want to help you,
and camera in front of the
maybe
mic.
It's interesting, maybe not.
Yeah, so I think so.
You can delete it
for sure. Exactly,
Yeah.
You can always get rid of it. No one's really going to watch it anyway. So,
Exactly.
So for context, because I don't even know that much, but you're basically just traveling around the world taking photos, and that supports yourself. Yeah. So how?
Yeah, not only traveling around the world is not exactly to make the money with.
Okay.
That's what I do when I'm in Holland. I photograph, let's say, real estate, but also fashion. That's where I make the money with.
Okay.
And with this money, I try to travel but of course, sometimes I make really nice pictures, and in the end, I have an exhibition. And on this exhibition, hopefully you sell some pictures and money enough to get to travel again. So that's what I did a few years ago in Bangkok. I had an exhibition, and I sold quite some pictures. It was really nice.
Nice. What kind of person buys? I know nothing about
like photographic world? What kind of people show up to a?
Yeah, it's diverse. It's but most of people who have, in my case, because my pictures are really big, so who have a big house and interested in some art photography on the wall, because most of the people they go to, yeah, I don't know if that exists also in Australia, to IKEA. You know IKEA?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Right,
we call it
something.
IKEA. Yeah, yeah,
IKEA. They go there and buy something for 100 bucks.
yeah.
But that's not the thing. So the people who buy my work, they really want something special on the wall, but there are only maybe three or four of them.
So how does one? I'm just imagining if I took really great photos traveling, how would I even wiggle my way into having an exhibition in Bangkok and selling it? And is
Yeah,
that
yeah. You need context, of course. The material has to be good, so you show your work. Like in Bangkok, for instance, I was walking in Chinatown, and there was a little gallery, and the name was Photo Hostel. I think, oh my God, it's a Photo Hostel. Wow, it may be interesting. Let's go inside. And then the owner was Dutch, so that makes it more easier. And and I showed him my work on the phone, and he said, "Oh wow, why do you want to have an exhibition here in this place?" I said, "Okay." The only thing is, of course, you have to do the prints because I have everything in Holland, and if you ship it to Bangkok, that's too expensive
yeah?
because they are huge. So I had to print it in Bangkok,
Okay,
and so I did it. And he invited people, I invite some people I know, and like a vernissage. It was really nice,
nice.
interesting.
And so, like, when you're doing real estate gigs and the money making stuff back
Yeah.
home in Netherlands, would you say that having all these travel photographs helps that?
What do
Do
you?
people if people are trying to hire you for a real estate?
Oh, you mean that they see my travel pic?
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Okay. Yeah.
no, not really.
Hmm.
No, especially not real estate.
Okay. Yeah. They don't care. Yeah.
But I have a lot of experience in hotel photography. That's what I did for many, many years, all over the world. And that helps, of course, with real estate now, with expensive houses, because I have the experience how to photograph an interior. And by the way, I always work with natural light.
Okay.
So I don't try to use flash or whatever. And a lot of photographers say, "What? You don't use flash?" I say, "No, never.
Oh, not even flash. Because
Nothing."
I remember that people have the silver things and
That sometimes
Okay.
reflector. That's okay. Sometimes yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to make a portrait of somebody, or then sometimes I use it. But for the rest, only my camera and the tripod. That's it.
So why not flash?
I don't know. For me, it looks always so artificial. So,
Yeah. Okay.
or you have to do it really good. And I'm not I'm not so experienced with flashlights,
Yeah.
so I don't like it too much. I love the light as it is. So I'm always looking around, and it's the same what you did now, to find a nice spot. What is the good light? And then I can make the picture.
Yeah. I mean, ancient Greek photograph is just light drawing, right? So have you had this relationship with light in particular? It's something that I don't think someone who's not a photographer would even think about, really. Lighting and everything. How much do you just go around your day and be like, "Oh, that's amazing lighting"?
Yeah. That's the way I do. I look. I mean, everything can be perfect. The spot can be perfect. The location can be super. The model, if you talk with models, can be top. But if the light is not good, forget it.
Okay.
So, or I come back the next day, or whatever. The photography is painting with light.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the light is so important.
And any tips?
And that's why I don't use the flash, because of course the good thing is when you use flash, you are sure you have always the same light. That's true with flash. But I don't like it. For me, it's better to go around and say, okay, wait, this is not good anymore. Let's go in that corner. Oh wow, here now the light is super. That's that's what I'm looking
It's
for.
no longer painting. It's now maybe drawing on the computer or something.
Yeah. Now with the computer, of course, I grow up with not with the computer, the old-fashioned way.
Oh, the dark rooms.
In the dark room. I liked it. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Good music on, and in the dark room, and there was always it was fun. It was very funny.
So how long have you been in the photographing world?
Ooh, let me see. Maybe 40 years now.
Shit.
Something like that.
Okay.
I'm always 100.
Yeah, right. Okay. 40 years.
I look young, but I'm almost 100.
That's I'll show you another one. Send it.
No, no, no. It's a long time.
Yeah, well, okay, because obviously, like, I think about, I've seen some of your photos that are highly edited, but not, look fake. It's just a real artistic editing. And I presume that's done on Adobe or something.
Yeah.
But then people now are thinking, oh, Adobe, don't even bother. It's going to be AI. But then it was darkrooms. How has it been to witness and have to partake in different stages of photography?
I'm not sure. This, what you see, this AI now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But of course, I do the same with Photoshop. But I always try that the original picture has to be already, the basic has to be good. And what I do sometimes you do maybe a little bit too much, but the only light wise, maybe I love to bring the color back. So reduce the colors. That's more my style.
As in like more black and whitey?
Direction of black and white, not totally black and white or black and white.
Okay.
I like that. It's more
because then
my
it's
style.
just really about the light and it's not about anything else.
No, it's the light.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Yeah, and there's so much to see around. That's sometimes I'm really wondering if you see the people nowadays with the telephone. They're sitting in the bus and only on the telephone. Of course, I do it too. But then I think, well, look out the window. Look how beautiful it is here. And that's what I sometimes people miss a lot. Yeah, or maybe they get other information by the telephone. I'm not sure this, but in my opinion, I think there's so much to see. And many people say also for location. They say, but where can we go? I said, sometimes it's only 1 meter around you can be already the location. It doesn't matter where, but it's the spot. It's
It's it's all about perspective. That's been
again the light and the interesting. Like here, I like this really beautiful with these colors.
It's gorgeous.
Hopefully
I framed it right, so it's exactly halfway.
No, yeah, but it can be interesting. These colors. Yeah, that's really nice.
And even this is miraculous, isn't it?
But many people don't even see this. If I see say to the people, did you see that table? Where? What table? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They have no eye for it, and sometimes think, oh my God, I'm really happy that I have, because my in my opinion, it makes my world more rich that you see so many things, but sometimes also it makes me so I get really tired. I say to myself. Wow, why I am a photographer? Oh my God! Please, can you not looking normal one day?
Yeah,
that's true.
It's just sensory overload.
Oh, I get too much. All the time I see things. Even when I talk now with you, I see that, I see there, I see things all the time.
Yeah. Do you think that traveling is almost so much of that because everything's new? And I think we love novelty, right? So we see so much beauty in that novelty. When I'm home in the place I always grew up with, it's really special to try to find these little moments of beauty. And I've been playing with that a bit myself and trying to take, nice little photos of just a random garden flower or something, because it means I don't have to think about my hometown as a boring, dark place. I can see those little moments. But when you're traveling, you're already excited and everything's new and exciting. And then you're trying to see all the things and it's, as you say, just a bit much.
Yeah, sometimes it's too much.
Yeah.
That's true. And then you have to say, okay, sit down now and relax and take a beer and forget it. Today I was talking with a friend of mine, he's also a photographer. And I said, till now, I don't have really, let's say, super material. He said, forget it. It's also holiday. Why? But that's in you. You have to... In my opinion, I always have to wake up and say, okay, now I have to make nice pictures again. And I think, but why? It's not necessary all the day. But I love it. Some people say to me, why you don't go without your camera? I said, oh my God, without camera? No, never.
Has it ever crossed your mind? Have you ever done a trip without?
No, I get crazy because I see too many nice things and I think, oh my God. Now I want to have my camera. Of course, with the telephone you can do it. That's also good, but it's not. My camera is so heavy. To be honest, it's crazy to carry that thing away.
Because that's what I'm thinking. It's like suddenly when you identify as a photographer and you're doing that for your job, for your money, for your income. As someone who's also, I guess, followed their dreams for a bit and made money from that, it puts pressure on that dream.
Yeah, it is.
And you can't just enjoy photography anymore because you have to make money out of it. How is that?
Yeah, that was in the beginning. Now it's better because I settled, let's say, I stopped really working
Mhm.
officially, but if there's something coming, of course I do it.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary anymore, so that makes it that's more relaxed.
Okay.
But if an hotel call me, a big hotel, and say, okay, we want a whole reportage from everything, from the rooms and the food and everything, I don't sleep. That's it. Because you want to do it really good, and you in your dreams you are dreaming about light and positions, and that's yeah. So
Wow.
it's
And
always, and I do it for many years, but all the time you get nervous, and is it okay? And yeah, maybe that's good. If you do it like, okay, no problem, let's shoot it. I think it's not good.
no,
Yeah.
well, there's so many people, travelers and whatnot, who have big cameras and do take photography seriously. But I feel like there's so few that can make a living out of it. Is it quite competitive or what?
No, that's true what you said. There are many they call themselves photographer,
Yeah.
but they cannot really live from
No.
that. No.
So how did you manage to do that?
Quality, experience. I think.
Mm.
Yeah, because people they call me and sometimes they ask me how this hotel, how do they know you? I said, no, yeah, you shoot one hotel and they talk with others and they say,
Yeah.
oh, who made this picture? Oh, Dutch photographer. Wow, that's a funny story. So I was making a whole reportage for the king of Qatar.
Okay. Yep.
So because there was I worked together with an interior designer, a lady from Istanbul, and she had to design a mosque and two things there. Oh, and another thing I forgot. Anyway, for the king of Qatar.
Yeah.
And so she showed him my pictures because I worked many years for her. And then he said, can he do the pictures? And so I came 3 times to Qatar, photograph all his private properties, and oh my God, it was wow.
How is that?
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I was walking in all the time, security guy with you, of course. And once I was in a room and walking on a carpet, and I came in the carpet. It was so thick carpet. And then he said, "Do you know how much this cost? This carpet?" I have no idea. $1 million. Only a little carpet. And this kind of things, that's so interesting. And my God, look, me, Dutch photographer from the countryside, is walking on a carpet for $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's also, it's nice. That's nice. I like this.
Yeah, cool. It's always nice to see like someone who just, as you say, kind of purely follows their dreams and just commits to it and then does find themselves rising to the top of that and weaving their way into these crazy situations.
Yeah. You come everywhere and it's so interesting. And also through this lady and with a helicopter, I had a photograph with helicopter. Oh my God, if I stay on a chair, I'm ready. And then with helicopter, no door. And then he would get like this and go.
So the guy was hanging out of the helicopter and you're having to take photos of it?
Yeah, he went because I have to photograph it was a mosque, also a mosque from him. But you have to, so the helicopter came like this and there was no door, only a little belt. I think, oh my God.
So this is before drones?
Yeah, it was before drones.
Yeah.
Before the drones.
That's the thing in movies.
Oh yeah,
back in the day.
now, easy with the drone.
Yeah, right.
But I was really in the helicopter. And then the pilot said, "Did you take a nice picture?" Oh no, I forgot. Make one. I was so afraid that I was, oh my God, what happened? I forgot to press the button and I forgot all the pictures.
What, really?
So I said,
So you
okay,
had to do it again.
one more round and then again.
And you're the one leaning out?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but this kind of things.
Yeah.
Later, of course, it's just really nice and interesting to do this.
Type 2 fun, we call it. You know, not fun in the moment, but fun later.
Later, yeah.
And are there any other like stories where photography alone has got you in just a weird situation, maybe on the road traveling, where if you weren't a photographer, you weren't kind of following this shot down this alley or something, you might not have ended up there?
Oof.
Putting you on the spot there. But...
Yeah, maybe later. Maybe I have no idea, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess one other question that popped up in my head when I think about an artist, professional in any capacity, I feel like from the outside, it sounds like maybe a lonely career path. Would that be true?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Sometimes I take one assistant with me, and but for the rest, it's lonely.
Yeah.
But also, I like it because if I travel with last year, my brother was with me and an old neighbor was with me, and all the time in the car I said, "Stop, stop, stop! Oh my God, this is beautiful!" And he said, "Oh, not again! Come on, we have to go." I said, "Oh, so it's better
Yeah.
to travel alone." No,
Okay.
or you can travel together and see each other later in the bar, but in the daytime, let me go and I can concentrate because if I see something, it's not like click, 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 it's done.
Mm.
No, I go around the subject, I go lower, I go higher from that angle, and at the end I have the best shot.
Okay.
But many people have no idea or no patience. They say, "What? You have enough?" I say, "No, I have enough when I feel it in my stomach.
Yeah.
Then
And
I have the picture."
it's just crazy. It's impressive to think about that passion for even in this little random moment. You stop the car after 40 years of doing it, still wanting that perfect shot, not being like, oh, I've been doing this for 40 years. I know how it goes. To
Then
like,
it's better to stop.
yeah,
That's not good.
and you've never felt that before.
No, no.
That's incredible.
It's still there.
Yeah,
And
brilliant.
of course you feel, of course you get older, and after a few hours it's enough for me. Many years ago I could photograph an hotel the whole day. I started at 7 or 6 in the morning till in the evening, the night shot, and now around 4 I think it's enough.
Yeah.
Then you feel it's enough. Then it's too much,
Yeah.
but maybe not physical, but here. Yeah, because all time, what I said, you get this impulse from all and that makes you so tired. So because you are, it's like computer. You are thinking all the time. What is a nice angle? What is good? What is this? And so and that makes you really tired.
Well, the brain uses more energy and
A lot,
yeah,
a
than
lot.
anything
Yeah,
else.
to make the best shot.
Yeah,
And
brilliant.
that costs, yeah. And sometimes people don't get it. They say, why is he doing this so long? And sometimes they say it. They say, okay, then do it by yourself. Do it by yourself.
Yeah.
But you ask for a good photographer.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
So like when you're walking around, because it's definitely, I think, an artist's path is such a strange one, to be honest. Like your living life and your relationship with society, in a sense, is so different. Like no one talks like that about being an accountant. Or even a lawyer or something. And no one's like, oh my God, what, like, I just need to spend all the time getting it perfect and all this
exactly.
stuff, right?
No,
So
yeah.
most of the people, when you go back to Netherlands, are kind of, sure, everyone finds meaning and everyone like has a happy life to the degree that they can manage. But very few people are day to day living that dream, that thing that they feel so passionately about.
Yeah, and especially I think in the creative people, they have that.
So how is it to like, how do you find yourself even just walking through Amsterdam and looking at other people? Do you pity people? Do you not understand them when they are not following their dreams, not doing something they love? Do you just not think about it?
No, sometimes I think, well, how empty. So empty life. If you only, that's what I told you with the telephone. The people only, if you go in the bus and everybody's only with the telephone, and it's so empty. Yeah, but maybe it's the time now. Of course, it's the time now. I know, but for me, it's not so my thing. I think, come on, people don't talk anymore. That's why. So that's also nice that you asked me. I think, wow, that's now we talk, but people nowadays they don't. Yeah, they talk a little bit, but even. Pay attention if you go to a restaurant and there are a group sitting there. Yesterday, in the same restaurant, there was Chinese people coming in with 5 or 6 people. They only on the phone, and then the lady was standing waiting there for the order, and then they do like, oh yeah, give me French fries, like and they don't talk with each other. No, and for me it's so empty life. I think, what is this? My God. I really like to talk with people and with my enthusiasm. I don't know. It works. It works. People like that, and but nowadays they don't talk anymore.
Yeah, and I think another thing is like, did you just notice you had this photographer's eye? Because as a creative, you could kind of, sounds like you could have chosen all sorts of different things. It's interesting as well to stick with the one photography the whole time, because I think a lot of people pivot and change. And
I started as a pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
Pharmacist, yes.
Oh, pharmacist.
Yeah, the drugstore pharmacist.
That's what you said. I thought
and
you
you
said
thought farmer.
farmer assistant.
No,
Pharmacist.
pharmacist.
Oh, that's
why in
great.
the beginning I said farmer.
Yeah.
No, pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
Pharmacist, not assist.
Yeah. Okay, so you're a pharmacist.
Yeah. Chemical things. And
Yeah.
that's what was my job.
In just a small town in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you get from that place to?
No, it started with, to be honest, the whole photo career. It started with my sister. She made an how do you call it? A calendar.
Yep.
Every month calendar she put a postcard on it, and okay, now it's January postcard, and then I said to her, maybe I can make it, but with my own photos. That's nice. Oh, what a good idea! And so it started, and then I made pictures, and people said, wow. You're really good in it. You make really nice pictures. I said, oh, okay, if you think so. And so it started. And then later people say, well, why you don't make it your job? Stop the pharmacy and do something like this. And then I took the big step. I said, okay.
So that's the thing. I think that's the crucial, interesting point. How do you go from just being a pharmacist, and not just being a pharmacist, right? To then, what does that leap look like? And it might have been 40 years ago, so I'm taking your mind back. Now, what were the steps?
Yeah, for me, I didn't like it to go every day from 9 till 6 to the store, to the pharmacist, to do my work. It was boring. That's not me. There's more in me, more creativity in me, and I couldn't practice that in that store, in the store there.
Yeah.
So I said I have to go out. I have to travel and follow my dreams and start doing it. And then one day I went to Turkey. After they saw my pictures, and then one guy said, "Oh, you have to work here, Istanbul. Come here." And I had a good job in that time in Holland. I had my own house. I sold everything.
So how old were you at this stage?
I was 28, maybe.
20. So you from 18 to 28, you just studied pharmacy, and then you worked at the pharmacy.
And then the pharmacy. Later on, I worked with mentally deformed children.
Okay.
I did also for a few years.
In your 20s?
In the 20s. And then I said, okay, now it's enough. And so I took the risk to go to Turkey. And I sold everything. I had a car, a house, everything gone. And from that money, I bought a camera.
What?
Yeah.
That's how much a camera cost?
Yeah. Well, it was an expensive camera with lenses, everything, maybe 20,000. Of course, the house was not paid off. But at the end, all the money I had, I invested in the good camera. And let's go to Turkey.
Wow.
It was nothing. I came in Istanbul and I lived in Istanbul.
So how long was that from you make that calendar for your sister to selling a house, buying a camera, moving to Turkey?
Oh, that was maybe 8 years, maybe something.
8 years between the calendar
yeah, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Because the calendar, and then I started working in the pharmacy, and then with the handicapped children, and then I said, no, this is not what I want.
And even in those 8 years, again, this is probably hard to figure out who you were then, but was it real friction, or were you just living your life and, maybe one day, how did that?
No, maybe in the beginning. Later it was more really friction for no, this is not what I want. Every day the same. It's boring for me. Yeah. Of course, it was nice, and I had good contact with all the clients, but it's not what I want.
And was there how much, I guess, obviously it was a great opportunity, this Turkey job, but how much agency, how much action did you do in getting that? Were you always pushing, reaching out to people looking for jobs?
No, there was not. When I went, the funny thing was before Turkey, I was with three friends of mine. Mm-hmm. We made it travel all through Turkey, really hippie. We met my dreadlocks, so I had dreadlocks like this. So we were traveling there, and then we met one guy, a military guy, and he invited us to come to the base, military base, and it was interesting to see, because especially in Turkey that we can go there. And after that, we always kept contact with this guy, and then he said, "Why you don't come to Turkey? Why you don't live here? Maybe you can do it." I said, "Okay, let's do it." And he promised to help me, and other people promised to help me. Can you imagine that? I still remember it was in the winter, so it's cold in Istanbul. Yeah. I came there, everything in the best time in Holland, because Christmas time, happy. I was there only with my suitcase and the new expensive camera. and there was nobody. Nobody to help me.
So
The guy, he was there, but he didn't do anything.
No, he would have said, yeah, expecting you to never show
And
up.
that was it. Like, oh my God. But I sold my house,
So
everything.
how many months of living expenses did you have?
How much was it? Not too long, maybe half a year, but very simple.
And you didn't speak
And
Turkish?
no, nothing.
Ah.
And then I said, okay, I can go back, yes. But I said to myself, no, you don't go back. You made that step, continue, come on.
Yeah.
That's too easy to go back. Everybody said, come back. You have a... I said, no. I said A, no, I have to say B, or how do you say it? So, okay. And then I start every day walking to agencies to show my work, to the travel agencies.
And your work at that point was what kind of photography?
No, a little bit. I was not
Yeah.
really not experienced, not enough. I worked a few months in a studio in Holland. So I of course, the only thing I know what I can do is with my eyes. I know how to make a picture, but that's it. No experience in really professional. But I did it. And then, of course, you make mistakes there. And every day walking, my feet were bleeding, really bleeding from walking every day. And I had no money. And I lived in the eastern part of Istanbul. And all the business part is in the European part.
Okay.
So I had to go with a boat. And I think in that time, it was a little boat, and the little boat they only go when there are 5 people inside. Otherwise, he stay. And it cost how much was it? Maybe 25 cents.
Yeah.
It was and that was too much for me. So I was waiting till 5 people, and then I could go. So I had to be careful
What
with
you
my
eating?
money. With my not too much.
Street rats or something?
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to cook them well. It's really nice. Especially the tail. I like it. Was really good. It was tasty. Yeah. I have a recipe for you if you want.
Oh my God. So like.
But so it started. And then.
So how did it start?
Yeah, like going around, talking with people. And then one day a guy, he said, oh, I like your work. If you want, you can work in my studio. But I had no experience in studio. So he said, okay, if I was you, go back to Holland for a few months, find somebody there who can help you in studio photography, and then you come back and you get the job. So I said, okay, let's do that. So I went back to Holland for a few months. That was the idea. And I worked in a studio. And then the guy said, at the end, say, okay, you have to help me. Of course, I go back to Turkey, so don't worry, I'm not your concurrent or whatever. And then I want to go back, and he said, no, stay here. We really like you.
All the guys.
Stay here, don't go back to Turkey. He's like, difficult decision. What can I do? And then I said, okay.
And working in a studio, what is that? Like
a studio photographer, like stills from food and commercial stuff.
Right. Okay. Yes.
And so I learned really a lot there. And I think, okay, maybe I stay one more month, and then at the end, I stay in Holland.
Far out. Okay. So
I
the
didn't
Turkey
go back.
thing was just
a
few months in the end.
But every year I go back to Turkey, and I still have good contacts there.
Yeah.
And, that's really nice.
Far out.
Yeah.
And when you had that studio job, is that like, I presume it's not immediately a high paying job. Like, is that?
No, it was okay.
It's pretty good.
No, it was good. It was good.
And it was just a natural.
But it was okay.
Yeah. And it's just a natural.
And I learned a lot. You learn a lot.
Yeah.
I got a lot of experience in that studio. So that was the thing. That's why I stayed there.
Yeah.
And didn't go back.
Okay. Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Now, I did some research. I was Googling, and I found some things that I didn't really know what they were. But were you like doing some movie stuff?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah. It must have been someone else. There was like a...
No, movie?
Yeah.
You mean the man photography?
Yeah. Is that you, or is that...
No, I work for this company.
Okay.
There's also one, when I was in the studio,
Yeah.
and one day it was a telephone call. So my colleague, he said, oh, somebody from abroad, he want to talk with you. I said, oh, who is this? So I took the phone, and it was from Bellamy. They call it Bellamy. And they are in the gay world, the biggest. So I took the telephone. I know this company. I said, Bellamy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's I'm me. I'm the director of Bellamy, and we saw one of your because also as a hobby was also man photography.
Yeah.
I did black and white, and so he saw my pictures and he
Mm.
said, "We really want to. Do you want to come to? Was in Bratislava in that time.
Yeah.
I pay you the
Bratislava.
ticket. I pay you the stay.
Oh, that's like Yugoslavia back. What is
No,
that?
no, it
Czech.
was Czech,
Yeah. But is that
Czechoslovakia.
Soviet back in the day, or was this after?
No, yeah, in back in the days,
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
and later it was so now like Prague is Slovakia
Sure.
and Czech Republic.
Mm.
So I said, okay, let's go. So I went there, and then he explained me that it was really it's porn. I said,
Yeah.
oh my god, I never never
Oh, so
did.
it's like a gay porn.
Yeah.
Right.
So I said, okay, shoot the motherfucker. Let's do it. It's money, so why not?
Yeah.
But not filming. I did
Okay.
the stills.
Right. Okay.
And but at the end, I didn't like it too much because I want to make it to let's say I want more the arty stuff.
Yeah.
So really nice. Again, then we got the light, the good location, the background. But in this kind of business, they don't care.
Nah.
Who
just wanna
cares
see
if
some-
it's blue or green at the background?
Yeah. No one's looking at it.
Exactly. So in the beginning,
Shit.
for me, it was fine.
Yeah.
But later, I said to him, "No, I want to work for you. It was a really good job.
Yeah.
I want to work for you, no problem. But let me do my thing.
Sure.
More the arty.
Wait. So for context, this Bellamy, because I was like trying to figure it out. I was
Yeah,
like,
Bellamy. If you ask gay people, they know Bellamy.
they know it. So it's like
Yeah.
because it looked like it was like long videos, like 2 hour.
Yeah, they make
on
many
IMDb.
videos. They're so famous. Oh
Yeah,
my
wow,
god!
okay.
And we shoot all over. To be honest, I could be there now. In where was it? They are now in Colombia.
Right.
But many times we shoot in Cape Town.
Yeah. Okay.
Cape Town
yeah.
is a good place because the light is very good,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I go for the still photography.
Right. So like if they're, well, I don't even know. This is a weird world to kind of think about, right? Like, if there's the video, why do they need stills for it? Is that just for marketing material?
No, for the books, there are photo books.
Oh, okay.
Photo
Yeah.
books, or for marketing, or for banners, or
Yeah.
that's what I did.
Okay. Fascinating.
But yeah, it was really interesting. My God,
yeah. What is that? You must
25 models around you,
25 of these just like jacked
naked,
gay
and
dudes.
in break time having a coffee with they stayed up a direction and how are you today? Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
True.
Hey,
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You
really-
met like, so how long were you kind of with?
oh, many years,
Yeah.
20 years.
There must be some stories there.
It was very interesting,
Yeah.
very interesting, and the good thing is I work with really beautiful models. Normally you have to, where do you find these models? And they have so much experience because they're really get trained. It's not easy. Okay, now today we shoot porn.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have a training for months.
Training for
For
being a
months
porn
to
star.
do. Yeah.
What is that? What?
No, because I said the same. Well,
Yeah.
why? Because it looks like if you see the movie, thing. Oh wow, hey,
Right.
bingo! But all the time, stop again, other position, stop again, other position,
Okay.
and that's tough
right.
to do that.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
especially if you
So you just got to keep it up for like.
all yeah, and that's not easy.
Yeah.
And especially yeah, and most of the boys are heterosexual. They're not gay.
What?
No, they're not gay. And then when the camera rolls, and then they kiss like hell, and they
Wait, but is it porn where they're like? Is it just kissing and
pure
stuff?
for the money.
But is it just kissing, or are they actually like?
Everything.
But they're not gay.
No,
What?
no.
They must. I mean, they must be bi then.
Yeah, maybe they have a switch. I don't know. But that's what I mean.
What?
It's not an easy job.
That's
It's
mental.
very difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Did you ever get to know any of them? Like,
Who?
did you ever like talk to them, get to know their story? Because I can't.
Yeah, of course I ask sometimes, and then they say, yeah, it's a job. It's money.
Yeah.
I
it's
said, but how
crazy.
can they kiss like a normal couple don't even kiss like that.
Yeah.
Like, wow. So with passion. And think,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then stop camera and then ready, like this. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
That's
And that's,
ridiculous.
it's also, yeah, it's so nice to see this. This is totally different world than hotels.
Yeah.
But I did it and I said, why not? Why not?
Sure.
It's really good. And I made already five photo books, not only for Bellamy.
Yeah.
You can buy even in your country
Yeah.
my books. So yeah, it's
Did when you talk to some of those models and actors, I'm just trying to think, like, were most of them from like a bad upbringing, or like from the street, and they kind of need the money, or like were they just normal? Or?
some yes,
Yeah.
some no.
Yeah.
Some they study on university,
Yeah.
but they say no, I need a new computer and a motorbike, and so let's do it. Why not?
Let's just do gay porn.
Do it. Well, I don't care. But
That's smart.
to be honest, I think there must be
They must
something.
be.
Of
Mate.
course.
Yeah, like, are you kidding?
Of course.
Yeah.
The bisexual for sure. Otherwise, you cannot do this.
Yeah.
Just, I think. So,
Yeah.
no, I told him many times, no, nothing. And many I know, they are now old models already.
Yeah.
They married, have children, and yeah. Yeah.
That's
And even the cameraman, he's not gay, but yeah, it's his job. And it's good paid job.
Yeah.
And Bellamy is, they are one of the biggest in the world.
That's mental.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on that topic, like, I don't know if you keep up to date with modern internet things, but obviously, like, I mean, porn is a huge thing.
Yeah.
But it's also quite clearly, I think, coming out as very bad for like the mind. For obvious reasons, right?
Yeah, I think the thing is, you do it in when you are 20, 21, and you think, oh my God, I can buy everything. The boys have beautiful cars, they have everything.
Yeah.
They get good money, good paid. But what happens when
Sure, exactly.
when they're older? Then they say, thank you, bye bye. Then you can go, and if you are clever, you saved a lot of money. But someone in that age, maybe you know why they are not clever.
Yeah.
They buy everything. And then there's a certain age, they say, oh, fuck, all the money is gone.
Yeah.
And then they have nothing. They didn't study, so they have nothing. And that's, of course, we try to, the owner, he tried to say to the boys, be careful and save money. And it would be good if you study a little bit. And some of them not. But there are also who are really intelligent.
Yeah.
But also some.
That's fascinating, though, because you always hear about those kind of stories with girls, right? Like, you know, young girls, and they have especially in that kind of world, seem to have an expiry date, so to speak.
Yeah.
That I've never even thought about.
Yeah, that's true. You can do it a few years.
Yeah.
And then it's over. Right. And I see sometimes pictures now from the boys I photographed in that time. I don't recognize them anymore. They were really boyish.
Yeah.
Now beard and really men. And married and but to be honest, many times I ask the question, if I go in Holland on the street and for instance you walk there and I say, wow, you're good looking, maybe I work for you, do you want to do this? And I say it's gay porn, then you say, fuck you.
Oh, so you were doing that?
No, I didn't do it, not scouting, but for instance, that's the way they find the models. They go to sports schools, to gyms and ask the boys. But if you do it in Holland, now 99% of the boys say, fuck off, you idiot. But in Slovakia, in Czech Republic, in Hungary, in this eastern country, the boys, they don't care. They have another way of thinking. They can switch it. They can say, okay, I have to do this work. Okay, no problem. In Holland, no.
Really? So you noticed that with those cultures in Eastern Europe?
Yeah, it's much easier there. The people are much easier to do this kind of things.
Do you think that's because, and I guess that's maybe for my question previously, like, I imagine that if you're, you know, on the streets and stuff, like, you know, really poor, then you just do anything, right? But culturally, Eastern Europe being the Soviet bloc for so long was a lot more like, oh, we just need to do anything, right? And that probably still pervades in there.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But they are much more easy thinking about this. And I was always wondering when I was there on the set, I think, my God, how can they do this? And they have a girlfriend, and in the evening they talk with the girlfriend. How was your day? Oh, yeah, just fucked around.
What? Yeah. And they were all like, sorry to get graphic with it, but they're all like top and bottom? Like...
I think most of them are bottom.
Oh, right.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
I think, yes. It's more difficult to get the tops. Wow. That's what he told me. So, yeah.
That's...
painful, eh?
That's blowing my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really interesting. And still, he don't ask me anymore, the owner, because I like him, of course, he's a good friend, but he has too much on his mind. He said, "Oh, why you don't go with us to Colombia?" No, they were in Colombia. He didn't call me for that. Then he forget it, but it's okay. It's
Sure,
okay.
sure.
And I'm here, so anyway.
Yeah,
But
nice.
now he wants to travel around with me to Asia. It's like a king. Eh? He's
What
the
a
boss.
world. Wow.
Yeah,
what a
it's
little-
an interesting world. I'm really happy. But to come back to the work I did before for
Yeah.
hotels, let's say it was not good. Because people like you, they Google and they say, "Oh my God, what is it? What is this?" Because I did fashion, kids fashion,
Yeah.
very big brand from Italy, and the owner, he saw it too. So he said, "Yeah, listen, Benno, we cannot do this. You work,
really?
you work now with children, and the parents, maybe they Google your name and then they see an erection."
Yeah, sure.
So I had to, because I had my own website, bennothoma.com, I had to stop it. That's why
Okay.
now it's hit photography.
Yeah.
And it's the same with hotels. If they see it, especially, can you imagine in Qatar? Oh my God, they kill you if they see that you. If they Google, I never get the job. I'm sure, 100% sure that it cost me a lot of money that I did this gay thing
Yeah.
because they don't want to book me.
Good thing you did it for 20 years then.
Yeah. Yeah, but on the other hand, I
And it
think,
wasn't just like a one-off thing. And yeah.
yeah, but on the other hand, I think, why? What is the problem? Because you never see, if you go in a brochure of a hotel, photographed by Benno. They don't even mention it, but it's here.
Yeah.
And that's yeah.
That's
And
so
then
interesting.
I said to myself, forget it. I mean, this is what I did, and I don't regret it. I really liked it. And if they don't want to book me, fine,
Sure.
fine.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Wow, that's so fascinating. So is that your main employer for those years, or were you...
No, it was the main was, of course, still hotel photography,
Okay.
travel. But when I went with him, we always go for 2-3 weeks,
Yeah.
and they pay you per day.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting, of course.
Yeah,
Very,
sure.
very good, very good.
Yeah, cool.
And everything, the food was good, and in the most luxury villas you can imagine.
Yeah, wow.
Because if we go
Because they're
to
shooting in that.
yeah, if
Yeah.
we go to Cape Town, my God. Once we were that was in Greece, in a villa was Ronaldo, the football player. He was just before us. He left and we came in. Such a place, in the mountains, amazing.
Yeah, wow.
And we had how many boys? 25 or 26. Can you imagine how much production cost?
Sure.
They're all 25 tickets. They all have to eat. All
Yeah.
the salaries of the boys, and then the whole crew, the cameraman, it's maybe 45, 50 people.
Wow, that's yeah.
Cost
That's,
300,000-400,000 euro,
wow.
maybe
Yeah.
more.
So, and I think, yeah, like, did you ever have? Because for people who watch porn, it's like not good for them either. I would argue. Was that ever on your mind?
No,
Like what? Nah, don't bother thinking.
no.
About it. Yeah.
I think it's better that they watch it and go on the street and be naughty to girls or boys on the street. Yeah, if they want to do okay, the pressure goes off.
Yeah,
It's better
yeah.
to look at there.
Release the gas valve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, it's there.
It's better,
Everybody, there's no one who don't like porn or whatever. It's there, and it will stay forever, I think.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah,
I mean, it's just the oldest industry, isn't it?
yeah,
That's crazy. That's such an interesting mesh of like so many different worlds, that industry and then photography and then travel and everything. Yeah, wow. That's fascinating.
yeah. So I did all of it, and
So when you said Cape Town, my mind went straight to, I was looking through Instagram. There's one image, and there's a lot of images like it, but there's one. Do you remember the photo of this guy with dreadlocks and stuff? I don't know if you remember it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the portrait, the
Yeah,
old man,
portraits. Yeah, the old man.
Cat Weasel.
Maybe, yeah.
He looked like. Do you know Cat Weasel?
I don't.
No.
No.
Many years it was on TV a series, and the name was Cat Weasel. And there was a guy who lived in a cave, and that I think that portrait.
Yeah. I think so. It's like
He
crazy
looked
hair.
very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nice story. Oh yeah, you asked me before, was there any story? This was a nice story. I was somebody told me go with the boys because you cannot shoot porn on the street. You always have to go somewhere where nobody can see it. So we have always guys with walkie-talkies everywhere. And then somebody told me there was a zoo, and how did it? how do you say, when it's broken and depend, how do you call
Oh,
it?
yeah, decrepit or abandoned.
Not used for many years.
Sure.
So we went there, and it was a lot of bush, and you could see the caves of the lions was broken. It was an interesting area for me to make the pictures. And then I said to two boys, I said, can you go a little bit in the door? Yeah, there, okay. And
Oh, so they're doing it. Like,
yeah, they were standing there and kissing, and then suddenly the guy, oh, I want to go home. I don't accept. What is the matter? There's a guy here behind us, and it was that guy. He came, and he didn't say anything. He was only there, and the boys were totally naked, and the guys, oh my God, I want to go home. Said, shh. And I said to the man, hello, and the man, he said nothing. It was a homeless guy, but totally in his own world. He had no idea. He was only looking like this, but strange. You saw the picture. I was also a little bit afraid, but I said to the guys, nothing wrong, forget it. Come on, we continue. And the man was only standing there while
this
the boys are
homeless
fucking,
dude is just watching.
and he didn't say anything. We gave him 2 cigarettes and some water, and he was happy. But it was scary. That's true.
And then you took his portrait in that time.
Yeah. He was nice. I have many of this. I like these portraits. Also, when I was in Myanmar, I took also a guy. He was sitting there in the corner with long, wild hair and only one eye. Was the beautiful portrait. Beautiful portrait. Wow. Because he didn't look, and then I think, shit, he has to look. If he look at me, then I have the good shot. So always talking. Then and I don't know what I said, but suddenly he did. 1 minute like this, and bingo!
So you were talking to him,
but he didn't. He didn't pay attention. He only looked to the floor,
right.
And but I want to see his eye or something from his face. Yeah. And then I don't remember what I did, but suddenly he looked 1 second, and then I had it.
So do you have to ask him? Is it okay if I use this photo? Blah, blah, blah,
sometimes yes, but it's better afterwards. Is it okay that? Because if you ask, they pose or they say no, but if they really don't want, sometimes you see old ladies here on the street, and then I take my camera and they do already like this. And you have to respect that. Of course, I don't do it.
Yeah.
But it's not good to ask before, because then it's gone. It's the moment. I want to catch the right moment. And if you ask them, it's gone. The moment is gone.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think now doing this thing, I've just started, not 40 years in, but I would see those characters and be like, oh, I wonder if we can get them on the podcast.
Me really interesting. Before, when I was younger, I photographed this kind of people, and I want the same what you do now. I did with this with my photos. Somebody told me, "Oh, you have to go there in the old factory. There lives an old lady," and they said, wow. And I went there, and I have a whole series of this kind of very interesting and very old lady, hands like this, and she was making food. Not food, was from fat only, and she went with her hand like this. But so and then this two brothers. They lived for many years, never married, in an old farmer house. Dirty. I came inside. You could see there was a clock on the wall, and they moved it a little bit, and behind was exactly the shape of so dirty. And then they said, "Hey, you want coffee?" I said, "No, thank you. I don't." "Yes, you have to drink coffee." I said, "Oh my God." Okay, coffee. And then the cups were on like this, upside down, and they turned around because the coffee was still in from days. And then they put coffee in, and I had to drink it. That's something you have to do.
But you got the portraits.
I had the portraits.
Yeah.
That was a nice. Now we talk. That was a really interesting time. So nice pictures. Yeah.
So I guess this is my question before. Like, let's say a picture says 1,000 words. I guess we've probably said a lot more than 1,000 words. People nowadays, Instagram, for instance, started as a photo app and is now a video app, really, right? Is there something about photos and photographs that has just stood the test of time? You've never been tempted to videos, or you never that's something that interests me.
Yeah, they asked me many times, and but I think let me concentrate on making the pictures. And also hotels, they ask me, can you video? Of course, I have the photographic eye. I can do it. And it's the same with a drone. I think if I never did it, but to work with drone, I think if they give it in my hand and then I crash it after 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think because I never played games, so I have no idea of these kind of things. Maybe just a little bit too old for it.
But there's a lot of power, I think, in kind of, in that sense, staying in your lane.
Mm.
Have you heard that term? Like,
No.
so just I know I'm good at photos, and I'm just gonna get better at photos and stick to photos. And a lot of people will be, oh, I'm good at photos, so I'll do that a bit, and then I'll do video, and then I'll do drones, and they kind of do everything 70%, rather than photos 95%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I concentrate on the photography. And but of course, sometimes I think why I cannot do something with video. But now I think I'm happy. It's enough. It's enough not to do it again and to learn how to work, but with a drone or whatever. But when I see it's beautiful with drone. My God, so beautiful.
Yeah.
But nah.
Because I think it's like a twofold thing. When I think about a photo of a portrait, for instance, part of me is like, I wish it was a video. I wish I could have a 2-hour conversation with them. I wish there could be so much more context rather than just this surface level photo. But then when you provide that context, it's part of the specialness loses, because when it's just a photo, every individual who sees that photo makes all the storyline for themselves.
Yeah.
And everyone's perception of who that person is in the portrait is different.
Exactly. That is nice for making a portrait. And that's why the portrait always needs like a certain emotion. And like the man with his hair, you can see there's something strong. And each photo for me has that story behind it. And that's nice.
Yeah.
That people say, who is this guy? And then I can tell the story. Then I remember. Sometimes I forgot this guy, but no, I never forget this guy. But I have many of these special people I photographed in the past.
There's the one just the other day, some Balinese dude, is it? Just the smiling.
Oh yeah. Because he was sitting there. And then I said, I said, come on, be happy, it's nice weather. So I make always fun. And then they start laughing, click. And then I have the good moments.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But you have to talk with the people. And always, most of the time, they're always happy when I go, and thank you, what's your name, bye-bye. Now, that makes me happy. They think, wow. Even if it's one picture, sometimes not even if they say, no picture, but to talk with these people, what they're doing, I'm interested in it. I like that.
Yeah, it gives you, I've always found, especially traveling, if you have some sense of purpose, whether it's because you're free diving or whether it's because you're podcasting or whether it's even just taking a few photos to show your friends back home, it always enriches the experience.
Yeah, but that's the same with my pictures because for me, every picture, let's say with you, has a story. See, each picture, if I see it, I think, oh yeah, that was that lady. Oh my God, I remember. Like with the coffee, I never forget it. Never. Oh my God. Yeah, I had to do it.
And as you say, if you left your camera at home, it's almost like that trip never happened. You don't have any of the memories, like memory at least.
Yeah, memory and they don't take it away from you. That's so nice. It's here, and that makes it also nice to be a photographer in my case. Because also the story behind it and how it came to how do you say it? That I make this picture, the whole process.
Yeah. I think like in my generation, everyone has like a very good camera in their phone. Everyone has Instagram, a platform to share it and whatnot.
Yeah.
No one I've met my age has had a very clear relationship with it, right? Because you take photos, but then you're not in the moment living it. You're almost a slave to the idea of having a photo and the slave to posting on Instagram and liking it. So maybe I go off social media, or maybe I stay on, maybe I post, maybe I don't. It seems like when you started, at least, it was a lot clearer because not everyone had a camera. So,
no.
This and that.
We had to wait. I remember in the beginning, of course, you had film, was not digital. Then you have to bring your roll, the film, to a store, and you have to wait 1 week, and then it came back, and you had no idea what was on the pictures. Some of them, but the rest you don't remember.
Yeah.
And then the lighting was, of course, always very difficult. Somewhat too dark, too light. You couldn't do nothing. Control away. And that's
really? You couldn't even change it?
No, yeah, sometimes a little bit, but. That's so different time now, the whole digital.
Have you seen that a lot of people, not a lot, but a fair few people will actually buy film cameras, like 20-year-olds will buy film cameras and do that process just because it keeps it special.
It starts now a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
And also the Polaroid came back again.
the Polaroid, yeah.
It's in my town, by the way, the factory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the Polaroid.
Yeah, Polaroid.
Wow.
But about this Instagram thing, sometimes I ask people because I put a photo there and then they like it. And then I see them later and say, did you like the photo? Which photo? I said, you liked it today. Oh, I don't remember. So it's only like. I see my boyfriend, he do the same. He's only like. I said, look at it. What is it? Do you like it? No, but I know this guy's good. Oh, yeah, come on, eh?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
they don't pay attention.
When everyone has a camera now, when everyone has photos,
millions, photos.
It just gets lost in the sea.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's a pity because that's why I try to pay attention on the picture, a little frame to make it nice, and I hope that people really see it from wow, this is a really nice picture. And sometimes on my photos you see something. If you look twice, you say, oh wow, look at this in the background. There's something going on. Oh, that's nice. But if you do only this, you don't see it.
No, only when it's blown up to the size of a wall.
Then yes.
Yeah,
then
the
yes.
thing. Yeah, wow. Yeah. So do you think you would, if you grew up now and you were 28 again, do you think you would still be a photographer?
No, I think yes.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
It makes you your world rich. I think.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Because you see much more things, and then other people see, and I like it.
I think there's probably an argument there to say now the individual person doesn't have to commit to one art form for 40 years. They can change, and they don't have to make it their income. But I think everyone should, to some degree, be an artist, maybe. That might be a decent answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's really nice. I still like it, and for sure I would be a photographer when I was 28 now.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Is there, well, I'm kind of all out of questions. Is there anything else that you want to say, or now that you got 2 listening ears?
No, I think I told already a lot. It's a long story.
Brilliant. Thank you.
My God.
Yeah.
So,
is that anything like you expected, maybe, or?
I was not nervous, but I think, oh my God, I cannot do these kind of things. But it's nice, and when I start talking, I can talk. There's enough to say. So
and your
I hope you can use it.
Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, it'll be probably next week.
But my friends, they asked already from how can we see it? And
so you told some people?
Yeah, to my son, and he's diver too.
Nice. It'll be on YouTube and Spotify and things, so they can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I sent it to him, and he said, "No, I don't know him, but interesting." So
no, they definitely won't know it.
No. Yeah, but they can see. So I can give you what you sent to me. I can send.
Yeah, I'll send you.
So next week this will be there.
Yeah, I think it'll be next week. Yeah.
And so you cut things out, of course. You make
not really. Yeah,
but it's a long story. My God, nobody watched this story so long.
A few people. And me. I'll be watching it.
But can you make money with this? Or not yet.
Definitely not yet.
Not yet. But when you have a lot of followers,
fair few people do. But you have to be probably 1,000 times bigger than I am to be making money.
Oh, yeah. You never know. It's the beginning.
You never know.
Maybe later I say, oh my God, he interviewed me.
Exactly. I was episode, I think it'll be episode 17. Episode 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'll do one a week forever. That's the plan.
Yeah, it's good. but you never did modeling work by yourself?
No.
They never asked you, or?
No,
Strange.
Yeah, how to think. Maybe if I was in Bratislava. So I don't know if I'd be saying yes to that one.
You can try.
Yeah, my sister is a model.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, but you have really the good face, that all. So maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Yeah.
You never know.
I don't think that kind.
No, for me too. I told you. For me, it's better behind the camera instead of in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Nice.
Oh, I hate it.
In front of the phone camera.
Yeah, now yes, but it's because I don't see it. That's okay. That's okay.
All right. Well, I guess that's the wrap.
I hope you're satisfied, and
super satisfied.
We will see.
Yeah, awesome.
Anyway, we keep in touch, and that's nice.
Turn this off. Like
super. What time is it now? Oh, 5 already. Yeah.
Nice.
But you are with 5 friends. They're all from Australia.
Yeah.